Stop being rude. So, welcome back to Girl Get Up. Hopefully, you guys saw the last episode. If not, pause the video and go watch it. The setup is similar, but it's a new topic. So, today, honestly, I'm coming as a life coach, you guys. I'm coming to teach you guys about self-love and self-care. And the reason why I feel like it's detrimental to our health, to our mental state, is because if we're not taking care of ourselves, how can we take care of anything else, right? So for me, this is self-care, right? I got my wine, I got my snacks, I'm lighting some candles, smelling that good old aroma, I'm journaling, you know, this is how I take care of myself. This is how I unwind. It's midday, the kids are at school. I took this afternoon off because I felt it was important, right? And not only for me, but for my children, because if my cup is empty, that means I'm not giving them anything, right? So this is how I take care of myself. And for those of you who are not familiar with self-care, personally, self-care is when you do things that benefits you. And a lot of people may say like, oh, that's selfish. And it's like, no, I didn't say I'm indulging on, selfish behavior. No, I'm saying you're taking the time out to balance you out. You're taking the time out to feed your energy and give yourself what it is that you need, right? So that can look different to everyone. Some people, self-care look like hanging out with friends, especially if you're a workaholic and you work all day or you're working 12-hour days. Shout out to my nurses. You guys need to take care of yourselves. You guys was working 16-hour shifts during this pandemic, and two of my friends are nurses. I mean, they're taking care of themselves now. They're vacationing, but for a while they were just traveling for work purposes to take care of other COVID patients. So like, she wasn't implementing a lot of self-care into her daily routine, and of course, me being who I am, I encouraged it regularly. Like, listen, take care of yourself. Like, let's go out. Let's have brunch. Like, let's go to the spa. Like, whatever I could do to help relax her, I was trying to do it. So, yes, self-care looks different to anyone. And self-love, pretty much similar. You're caring for yourself, now you're loving yourself. But a lot of people don't know what love look like. So if you don't know what love look like, how can you genuinely love yourself, right? So for me, I'm one of those people. And I'm not going to say I didn't know what love looked like, but yeah, I didn't. I didn't know what love looked like. To me, it was different. Yeah, parents love you, friends love you. I would let people cross boundaries. I would sometimes not be as open about my feelings. Like, the way I actually feel wouldn't align with what the words I was saying. So, for instance, if somebody was doing something to me, I would ignore it. Like, you know what? It's all right. This is who you are. You're hurting. I already see hurt people. But internally, it's like, okay, but now you're hurting me. And I wouldn't voice those things. I would internalize them. And it wasn't healthy. So that's what made me get on this little self-love journey, and I started this back in 2016. And what I thought was love wasn't really love. And I come from a loving background, right? I have a father who supports me. I have a mother who is hands-on, involved. I feel like I had a decent upbringing, but right, you can still have a father and not know how to receive love, especially from men, right? Because my dad me and him is best friends. Like, that's my ace boom coon. But I did not know how to give nor receive love to men. And that is an issue, because if I don't know how to give or receive it, right? Like, is that real? Is that even anything, right? And even with my friendships, right? I would want friends so much that I would do things that I felt personally weren't. At that time, I didn't feel like it was an issue because, I want friends. But things that went in line with my core values or my core beliefs, but because they were cool and they were the it people, I would still attach myself to them, right? And that's something that is unhealthy. That's not love, though. You can't genuinely love yourself if you're doing things with the benefit of other people. So I had to do a lot of self-work, and it's not easy. It's extremely hard, because you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, damn, I'm this person. And the ugly parts of us is the parts that we hide from the world, but we know, right? And if you literally suppress all of your ugly and you just think you're okay, then baby, you need more than what I can give you, right? You need to go see Dr. Simon. That's my therapist. I'll give you his information. It's going to be down there. But you need real deep, severe healing, and I don't do that. But if you're one of them girls that know that you're hurt and you know that you need some healing, this channel is for you, right? Because we're going to do the work here. We're going to put in the work. We're going to hold ourselves accountable. We're going to be looking in the mirror, and as painful as it is, we're going to get through it, right? Because that's how you grow. You sit in your pain and you get through it. You don't run from it. You don't suppress it. That doesn't benefit us at all. So with that being said, we're going to touch a little bit about self-love and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy that you guys came and you guys are joining me and you're here for this picnic. If I knew you was going to come, I would have got you a little wine glass and you could have sipped some wine too. But hopefully you guys are at home and you guys are sipping on your wine. If you didn't watch the last video, this is Barefoot Mango Moscato that I'm drinking. It is the bomb. If you like sweet wine, this is really on the sweet side. I figured it was hot. It was a nice day. It was warm. Why not indulge in a little bit of wine? A little mango. This is my first time trying it, but it's really good. Not to get off topic, because this is about love and caring for ourselves. So you guys, do me a favor. Jot down in the comment section, what are some things that you guys do for self-care? Like, do y'all go to amusement parks? Do y'all take yourself on dates, movies? Let me know. Fill it in the chat box. I'll give you guys a minute. Did you guys do it? Because we need to be communicating. I need you guys involved. This is a community-based platform. This is for the community, right? And I'm not the whole community. I am one person. The people that this channel is not for, that is okay. You don't have to view it. But if you want, you can still subscribe, like it, do something, like help us out. But on that point, I want to touch bases on friendships and self-love, right? Because I feel like a lot of us are at this stage now where we either want connected, deep connections with people, or we're struggling to maintain them, right? So my thing where are you in this little, I don't know, galaxy? Where are you? Do you have friends but it's not a deep connection? Or do you have friends that are just surface friendships? You guys don't really, you go to clubs together, that's really it. Like, where are you? For me, I'm in the middle, right? I have two really, really solid connections. I mean, I can curse them out tomorrow and wouldn't question if we're going to be friends again after I apologize, right? Those are my two ace boom hoom. Ace boom coom. Ace, am I saying it right? Ace boom, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those is my day ones, right? And I want a bigger selection of friends. I do, because why not, right? But it's really hard for me to make those connections, and for a long time I didn't understand why. And how I found out why is I had to literally keep asking myself why. Like, all right, Jairra, you're doing this, why don't you have friendships? Jairra, why don't this why isn't this working? And I would say, oh, I don't have friendships because females are catty. Okay, why are they catty? What situations is happening that you feel like they're catty, right? Or I don't like females, they're disloyal. Or like, what are they doing that they're disloyal? Because a lot of times people are going based off your energy. So if that's what I'm receiving, I must be given something like that or similar. You understand? So I had to really evaluate my priorities and myself, right? And that's when I started looking in the mirror. And that's when I started realizing, oh God, you ain't as cute as I thought you were, right? Like, you're not an awesome friend like I thought you were. Like, you're not a super mom like I thought you were. Like, and that shit hurted. Like, imagine someone you love, right, is telling you, like, you're an awful person. Like, that's what looking in the mirror felt like to me, right? I had to hold myself accountable. And now it's just like, I'm not going to play the victim over the circumstances I created. Why would I do that? Why would you do that, right? You know what it is that you're going through. You know what it is that you're capable of. And you know what it is that you're experiencing it. Why are you experiencing it? We are not here to play the victim. And sometimes you are the victim. But we're not gonna have a victim mentality. We're not gonna sit around and mourn and soak. No, we're gonna figure out why this happened and we're gonna learn from it, right? Because lessons are supposed to be learned, not duplicated. You're not supposed to keep going over the same experience over and over and over. And if you are, my love, that means you did not learn your lesson. So if you are experiencing something that you've been experiencing multiple times, once again, you can reach me at girlgetuppcoaching.com. No, I'm sorry, girlgetuppcoaching@gmail.com, and you email me and I'll give you my contact information and we can set up a consultation. The consultations are free, and I am a certified life coach. For those of you who are not sure, I am certified. I also can have my credentials in the school I attended listed below so that you guys can relook at that if that's something you choose. But yes, hit me up in an email because right now my prices are extremely low because I'm just starting out and I just really want to help, right? I really want to make a difference. So if you really feel like, you know, you're in this space that I'm talking about, reach out to me, right? This is something that I've been working on since 2016. And me getting into life coaching, now I just have the fundamentals to actually teach, right? Because before I was just going to give you my life experiences. Now I'm teaching from an unbiased standpoint. So once again, if this is something that you're struggling with, let me know and we can talk, we can work. But this is something that got to be addressed or you're going to stay stagnant, right? If you don't address these issues, how can you grow? And I'm not saying for you to make these magical changes overnight, but small steps get big results. Them small, shaky steps, you scared, but you making them steps, baby, that's progress. And progress is progress. I don't care how big or how small. Like, the overall goal is for us to move. You don't want to be here in 5 years. You know them sayings where it'd be like, oh, if you still thinking the way you did at 20, at 50, you lost the 30 years of your life. Yes. And that is a real thing. Like, it's a real thing. Like, you would be surprised. You're probably not surprised because you're one of those people, because I was one of those people, right? I was so immature emotionally, right? Because I was a young mom. So, like, I was mature in certain areas. But emotionally, I was extremely immature. For one, I lacked self-love. I lacked self-care. What that came was a lack of boundaries, right? A lack of respect for myself and a willingness to tolerate anything. And I also feel like that comes with self-worth, knowing your value, and all of that good stuff. And we downgrade other women and say things like, oh, you don't know your value. You don't know your worth. She don't know her worth other than love yourself. Like, sis, maybe she don't know how. Did you ever think like, hey, I really rock with you. Let me sit down and talk to her and let her know what it's looking like from the outside. Because a lot of times when you're in it, you don't really know what the outside is looking at, right? Like, you're looking from your perspective and they're looking from theirs. So if you love her, if you love him, like, let him know. Like, listen, you're devaluing yourself. Like, you're worth more than this. And they may not listen that one time, but somewhere along the line, it's going to resonate. And when they look back, they can be like, you know what? My friend was letting me know. You know what? My friend held me accountable. You know what? My brother spoke to me. Like, you got to let people know. I hate when people be like, oh, they should already know. Like, sis, it's things that in this world that you don't know. And are we sitting around talking about you? No, they probably are. But at the end of the day, we want to be the blessing that we want to see in the world. We want to be the change that we want to see in the world. So, like, show people by acting, not by doing. Girl, when I tell you your girl used to be a pop-off dummy, like, I was with the shits. Like, I be embarrassed at my Facebook post that resurfaced because your girl was with the shits. Like, any and everybody at school functions, school games, boyfriend. Like, I was with the shits, but I was hurting. And I was angry. And I had all these emotions and I didn't know how to express them. So if you're that person too, I know where you are, sis. Like, link up with me. Seriously. Like, this is not a healthy place for no one to be. And you can't literally live an abundant lifestyle living like that. I was super immature. I remember one time we egged this girl house because she was sleeping with my boyfriend at the time. And when me saying that, you probably think I was in high school, right? We wasn't. I was like 20. Like, that's embarrassing. So these are the things that I want you guys to start really paying attention with them yourselves. Like, hold yourself accountable, right? Because y'all say y'all love yourselves and y'all cherish yourselves, but that's not what's showing, right? And loving yourself means loving your offspring. Like, you can't really think that you loving yourself and you out here party, drinking, popping pills every day and your kids is at home, not being read to, not getting educated, not logging up for school. And I'm not coming for no one. I'm not. Trust me. Like, I would never disrespect you. What we talk about is between you and I, but I gotta let you know where we messing up at, right? As women. Like, because if I don't hold you accountable, like, how can you check yourself? It says, if I'm slipping up, check me. Check me. I'm not perfect. I'm still work in progress. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. Like, I don't think that I'm better than anybody else. I'm just trying to help. And I'm just trying to teach things that I've learned along my journey. So I hope you guys find it interesting. Thanks for joining me.